Right, so I did this crazy thing. On Monday, 2nd August, I cycled all the way from Surrey to Brighton. The whole journey is about 46 miles if you look at it on Google Maps. We didn't calculate exactly how many miles we actually did. It's definitely more than 46 miles. Bearing in mind that the longest distance I have ever cycled is about 3 miles. Why the hell did I want to go and cycle 46 miles? This is probably one of the craziest things I've ever done, but not the most crazy. So we planned it all out. We thought, okay, the distance is fairly long, but there's not too much elevation. So if Google is saying it's going to take about 4 hours, we can probably do it in 6 to 8 hours. I am not the fittest person. I'm about average, so I'm not expecting to do it in 4 hours. But 6 to 8 hours, surely. It's doable. It's within the day. Why not? Let's go. Little did we know the amount of surprises that this whole journey was going to give us. We left at 8:30 in the morning. We stopped by Tesco to buy some snacks and lunch. And we did not get back home until past midnight. Altogether, we were out for 15 hours. To this day, I don't know why it took us that long. We went through 5 puncture issues.
Shit! Quick, to the cycle wizard.
There were parts of the cycling path that were just not made for cyclists, no matter what the sign said. Thank you, Downslink cycle route. There was a lot of mud from the amount of rain that has happened in the UK in the last month. There were a lot of overgrown hedges. And there were 2 falls, both me. I don't want any comments on cycling skills. Anyway, why did I do this? I had 2 goals in mind. One was to raise money for an initiative backed by Gemma Chan, Henry Golding, and many, many others. It's an initiative that will use the money raised to help East and Southeast Asians that have been affected by racism and hate crimes. You still have some time to sponsor my 46-mile bike ride if you want to. All of the money raised will go towards this fund. The second goal was to raise awareness for Voice ESEA, of which I am a member. One of the things that Voice ESEA has been doing is initiating a petition asking the UK government to fund more support for the East and Southeast Asian community and to fund for anti-racism programs in general. Within 2 weeks of launching the petition, Voice ESEA managed to gather over 20,000 signatures for this petition. It is a huge achievement. The government did give a very detailed response to our request. We went through the response and gave our comments, and we feel that there are definitely areas that can still be improved, which is why we're pushing for 100,000 petition signatures, so this whole issue can be discussed and debated in Parliament so that we can drive real change. The petition will close down on 12th September 2021. So if you're a UK resident, if you have 2 minutes free, it would mean a lot to us if you could sign the petition. It's free and it only takes 2 minutes, so please have a look. Now, why did I want to raise money and awareness for these 2 organisations at all? At the beginning of COVID, I was walking through North Greenwich and someone threw something at me as I was walking past, shouting COVID. I was completely speechless. I had no idea how to react in a situation like that. If I shouted back at this person, are they then going to get violent? If I don't say anything, am I just allowing this kind of behaviour to continue? All I could do was turn around and carry on walking and pretend that it never happened. So after this had happened, I was a little bit cautious every time I had to leave my house. I overcame that anxiety eventually, but there are so many people that have experienced worse things to do with COVID-19 inspired racism and hate crimes. If you're interested, you can read this Vice article, which shows what anti-Asian hate crimes and racism looks like in the UK. These are just some snapshots of what it looks like. Very recently, Voice ESEA has been making various Freedom of Information Act requests from police forces around the UK. This was to compare incidents of police-reported hate crimes against East and Southeast Asians in 2020 against those that were reported in 2019. The statistics vary a lot from region to region. In some areas, hate crimes have increased by 433.33%. In London, hate crimes against individuals of Oriental background increased by 79.88%, out of which almost 36% were flagged as linked to COVID-19. Some of our other findings are shown here. It is absurd and heartbreaking to see that there are certain people that would pin the responsibility of such a crisis on an entire ethnic group. So please sign the petition so that we can have more and better education to eliminate such ignorance and the overall racism that still very much exists in our society today. There is no equality until there is equality for all. Thank you.